Hello everybody. Today I'm going to do another cooking video and I'm going to make Spätzle. Spätzle are a kind of German style soft noodles. I've never made Spätzle outdoors. Also I'm going to use a Hobo stove for cooking those Spätzle. If you like to find out whether I managed to cook Spätzle on a Hobo stove, then come with me. So, here I am again. I have a feeling this is not going to be an easy task today. For one thing, it's really cold. There's actually frost here on the grass. So I have to take care keeping my electronic gear warm. Today I will cook Spätzle and I will use a Hobo stove. It's the Bushbox from Bushcraft Essentials. One of the big challenges today will be to get a really good hot fire burning and keep it burning for quite a while. And I'm going to burn chunks as big as these in this rather small stove. So I'm going to already load the stove. I will use 2 fire starter cubes like these here. Put them into the middle and maybe add some more wood. So this here's my haversack with my provisions. This here's some tea, coffee, sugar, don't need that, a snack. What I need for the Spätzle is 100 grams of flour. As a rule of thumb, you take 100 grams of flour, maybe half a teaspoonful of salt, and 1 egg. 1 egg. And I need a little bit of water. To start with, maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons of water, and then stir it all together. I need more water. More water. Whoop. At home, when I make Spätzle at home, I have better cooking utensils. I have a Spätzle press, and with that it's much easier and faster to produce the Spätzle. Today I will have to do with what I have here for camping. The Spätzle dough is much softer than that of Italian pasta. So I set this here aside and I will start the stove. I'm pretty sure that the manufacturer of this little Hobo stove never thought of attempting to cook Spätzle with it. The reason why I'm testing this stove is because I'm planning to do a long distance trip in a northern country, and I want to know whether or not this stove could work as a backup stove so in case I'm running low on fuel, so that I could use this stove for cooking. So I have about maybe more than half a liter of water here in this pot, and it's actually a rather large pot for such a small stove. But to do the Spätzle, whoops, I certainly need a stove that big, a pot that big. A large pot on a very small stove, poor thing. And I better put a lid on top of that. So the water is boiling and I have to try to make the Spätzle. As I said, at home I have proper cooking utensils, but here I have to do it the old traditional way of using a board and a knife. I don't need the saw, so let's see how that is going to work. The Bushbox needs a bit more heat, so I'm feeding in another chunk of wood. Come on. So I take the board and put the dough on it. Spread it out a little bit. Now I use the knife and make the dough really thinly, spread it out really thinly on the bread, and now I'm cut it off like that. Make the knife wet. I think I still have to work on my technique. Wet and up. Spread it out and yep. Yep, water is boiling. And let's see. The Spätzle are done. They are cooked when they are floating on the surface of the water. The Spätzle are floating actually, but I give them a couple more seconds. Now the water has come to a really rolling boil, and here are the Spätzle. They are done. Spätzle. And spread it out thinly on the board. And now with a knife, I need to work on that technique. Make the knife wet, then the dough doesn't get stuck as easily. I think I'm getting better. So. I would say if I was in an emergency situation in the wilderness and I wanted I desperately wanted to have Spätzle, well, I say I can. I'm not sure why I would want in an emergency situation, why I would want to cook Spätzle, but the point is I could. Light my fire, make my Spätzle. So today's challenge was whether I would be able to make Spätzle without the cool cooking utensils I have at home, and just make it with what I have here for camping, and use a rather small wood burning stove. Well, look at this. Here are my Spätzle, and yeah. So these are my Spätzle, and I made them on a very small wood burning stove. It's possible. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, my little cooking video. So if you enjoyed my video, like and comment on it. I'm always happy to get some comments if people liked it, or suggestions or improvements, and hope to see you next time.